What's up, everybody, and welcome back. This week, Washington has been buzzing with wild testimony about unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UAPs. But for years, some of us have been holding the secrets of alien disclosure right here in the palm of our hands. Today, I'm not just showing silver, I'm pulling back the curtain on a story told not in secret files, but in .999 fine silver. If you're new here, I'm a silver stacker. I put my wealth into something real, something you can hold. We stack for financial security, for freedom, and to own a piece of history. But sometimes we stack for something more. Sometimes we stack a story, a belief, maybe even a warning. In a quiet corner of the precious metals world, some have been documenting one of the biggest stories in human history long before it hit the mainstream. So today we're connecting two worlds, the hard reality of stacking silver and the explosive revelations about UAPs coming out of DC. We'll look at the official story taking shape in hearings, and we'll look at the unofficial story, the one that's been minted in incredible detail. This is a Silver Stacker's Disclosure. I am Turbo, and this is Turbo Stacking, where we stack with purpose. Let's roll. A short recap on the phenomena. You need to understand what's happening. The whole world is shifting on this topic. For decades, talking about UFOs got you laughed out of the room. That's over. We're not talking about grainy photos anymore. This is happening in congressional hearings with decorated fighter pilots and high-level intelligence officers taking an oath and telling their stories. The recent hearings have been a game changer. We have lawmakers from both sides frustrated and angry about a system of overclassification designed to keep everyone in the dark. We heard from decorated fighter pilots like Ryan Graves, who testified that UAP sightings were so common they became part of daily briefings. He talked about seeing dark gray or black cubes floating inside clear spheres, objects defying our known laws of physics. These aren't just radar blips. They are structured craft, seen by our best pilots. But the most explosive testimony came from former intelligence officer David Grush. Under oath, he told Congress about a multi-decade UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering program. He said he interviewed officials with direct knowledge of craft that were non-human in origin. And in perhaps the most shocking claim, he alleged that non-human biologics were recovered from some of these crashes. The Pentagon, of course, has denied his claims, stating they have no verifiable information to substantiate them. But with so many credible people coming forward, it feels like we're at a turning point. The government's official body for this is the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or AARO. Its latest reports acknowledge hundreds of new UAP cases. While most are explained away as balloons or drones, a small but important number remain a mystery. AARO says there's no verifiable proof of extraterrestrial tech, but they also admit to having an active archive of reports they can't explain. It's a slow, controlled drip of information. Lawmakers are getting tired of that slow pace. We recently saw the introduction of the UAP Whistleblower Protection Act to protect people who come forward. There's also a push for a UAP Disclosure Act, which would force declassification of records older than 25 years. The message is clear. Something is going on. The official story is that the government is just now looking into it, but what if the story is much older? And what if it's been told all along, not in hearing rooms, but in something as timeless as silver? So what if these bombshells have been told before? Not in secret government files, but right here in silver. For years, private mints have been creating a stunning chronicle of the entire UAP story. It's a collection I've been putting together for a while, and today we're going to open it up and connect the silver to the secrets. Let's start with one of the most personal and terrifying aspects. Barney Hill points to direct and often frightening interaction. For years, these stories were dismissed, but now, with whistleblower testimony about recovered non-human biologics, these accounts suddenly feel more chilling. This round captures that terrifying question perfectly. But the story gets weirder. It's not just people. Next, we have the alien abduction cows round. Yes, you heard that right. This is a classic piece of UFO lore showing a bewildered cow being beamed up into a saucer. It's almost whimsical, but it speaks to a bizarre and persistent part of the abduction narrative. And if that wasn't strange enough, they've even minted an alien abduction dolphins round. This shows just how deep the mythology goes and how artists are capturing every facet of it in silver. But what about the physical proof? That brings us to our next piece, the alien skull round. Holding this one is different. It's not a scene, it's an artifact. The design is a detailed rendering of an elongated skull reminiscent of so-called anomalous skulls found around the world. This directly connects to David Grush's claims of recovered non-human biologics. While he couldn't show evidence in an open hearing, this silver round gives tangible form to his testimony. It represents the ultimate secret, the physical remains of something not from this world. It's wild how these stories now being whispered in Congress have been stamped into pure silver for years. We're only a few coins in, and the connections are impossible to ignore. If you find this mix of silver stacking and unfolding history as fascinating as I, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We get into the good stuff on this channel and you won't want to miss what's next. And speaking of not missing out, I have a huge announcement. We're just about to cross 2,000 subscribers. However, our 1,000 subscriber giveaway contest is underway. And I can't thank all of you enough. To celebrate this milestone, the 1,000 subscriber, I'm giving back to the community and I'm doing a special giveaway. The prizes are these 3 incredible 2-ounce hand-poured silver bars, each in the shape of a coffin. Now, how cool is that theme for unearthing? How cool is that for this theme of unearthing secrets, as well as the time of the season, Halloween? Here's how to enter for a chance to win one. First, you must be subscribed. Second, give this video a thumbs up. And third, leave a comment below telling me which of these alien-themed rounds is your favorite, or just share your thoughts on the disclosure topic. Be sure to pre-pin the letters TS for turbo stacking, so I will be able to search for that term in all of my comments for the prize drawing, which will be held on September 15th, so get your entries in. Again, thank you for your support and good luck. That giveaway is a huge thank you for getting us here. But if you want to help us get to the next level, there's another way to support the channel. I want to make more content more frequently and with better quality. But to do that, I need to upgrade my equipment. Better cameras, better lighting, the whole gamut, to really do these incredible pieces of silver justice. That's why I've launched Turbo Stacking channel memberships. If you believe in what we're doing, you can click the join button right next to subscribe. It's a way to directly support the channel's growth for just a few bucks a month. Members get perks like custom loyalty badges and access to exclusive members-only posts. Your support will go directly into making this channel better for everyone. Thank you for considering it. Now, where were we? This story isn't just about modern encounters. Some of these silver rounds suggest it goes back centuries. This next set of rounds explores that ancient connection. Let's start with UFOs over the pyramids. The design is incredible, showing the iconic Giza pyramids with a fleet of flying saucers hovering in the sky above. Then we have UFOs over Stonehenge, which poses the same question in a different part of the world. These rounds tap into the ancient astronaut theory that humanity's greatest achievements weren't all our own doing, that we had a guiding hand. While a Senate hearing worries about flight safety, these rounds ask a much bigger question. Have they been here the whole time? Are the gods from our history books actually visitors from another world? This idea is so popular there are rounds showing UFOs over Mount Rushmore and even the Red Sea as it's being split. That gives me chills. It adds a whole other layer to your stack, a tangible piece of theory that could rewrite human history. Finally, let's look into something different. This is the 2022 Ghana Alien coin from Scottsdale Mint. What makes this special is that it's legal tender issued by the country of Ghana. The design shows an alien gray staring into your terrestrial soul as he summons himself through a stargate. When a sovereign nation starts minting official currency with images of an invasion is here, it tells you this topic has gone fully mainstream. And for the serious collector, there's this incredible alien 3D 2-ounce head. This isn't just a round, it's a sculpture in silver. The detail is stunning, and its weight feels substantial. It's a premium piece that represents the pinnacle of this artistic niche. This story isn't just being told in Washington and on silver. It's about to explode into our culture, and the person holding the megaphone is the one who first taught many of us to wonder about the stars, Steven Spielberg. In the summer of 2026, a film is set to be released that could define this conversation for a new generation. While the project is top secret, some rumors suggest it might be titled Disclosure. Think about that. The man who gave us the awe of Close Encounters and the friendship of E.T. is returning to the UFO genre now, in a world of official government hearings and whistleblowers. The movie, which has begun filming and stars A-listers like Emily Blunt and Josh O'Connor, is rumored to be about humanity's first official contact, and the film will be released in June of 2026. This is what I call the third pillar of disclosure: the official, the unofficial, and the cultural. We have the government slowly releasing its official story. We have the unofficial story, which we're holding right here in minute silver. And soon we'll have the cultural story, where one of the greatest storytellers of our time will translate this new reality for the entire world. Spielberg returning to his genre is a big deal. He's not just making another movie, he's crafting the modern myth. And in a way, that's what these silver rounds have been doing all along. They are mythological objects. They take witness reports and history, forge it into something permanent you can hold. They're a physical anchor for an idea that is about to change everything. As you can see, this is just a small part of the collection. There are so many designs, each grabbing a different piece of the phenomenon. We've got the simple but powerful I Believe round, the epic First Contact scene, and even fun ones like the alien abduction cows and dolphins, which just shows how deep this idea runs in our culture. This proves something important. For a growing number of us in the stacking community, this isn't a gimmick. We stack with purpose. For most, that purpose is preserving wealth. For others, that purpose is getting bigger. We diversify our stack, not just with different kinds of silver, but with different kinds of stories. So why would a practical silver stacker, someone who worries about ounces and premiums, invest in this? Answer is, we are living through history. The moment it's confirmed that we're not alone will be the biggest paradigm shift humanity has ever faced. These rounds are the artifacts of that shift. They are the 21st century equivalent of a coin minted to mark a revolution. Of course, there's real value here. It's an ounce of 0.999 fine silver. It will always have that intrinsic worth. But it also has a collector and story value that I believe could become worth far more than the metal itself. Imagine decades from now, when disclosure is a fact of history, what will be the value of these early artistic pieces that told the story before it was officially allowed? This is why I stack these. It's where my belief in hard assets and my fascination with this unfolding truth meet. Each round is a hedge against a shaky economy and a bet on what I see as a historical certainty. So, what do you think? Are these beautiful silver rounds just cool art? A novelty for collectors? Or are the mints, the artists, and the stackers who collect them tapping into a story that's about to blow wide open? Let me know in the comments below. Which coin was your favorite? Do you have any of these in your stack? For me, the answer is clear. The story of disclosure is being told in many ways. We hear the careful whispers from Washington. We'll soon see the big emotional version from Hollywood. But for years, the real, raw, and lasting story has been right here, struck in pure, incorruptible silver. It's a physical record of a truth fighting to get out. While the government releases its reports, we stackers will keep holding a physical piece of the greatest secret in human history. Thanks for joining me today. Keep stacking, keep questioning, and always hold on to what's real. God bless. As you were, stack with purpose, turbo out.